State your business. Yes, I suppose there is one matter that has weighed heavily on my heart of late. I've overheard whispers that misfortune guided a knight of a separate order to this island, years before we arrived. I would like to seek him out, should time permit my leave. He's the Knight of the Rose, a faction of crusaders operating out of Wayrest in the province of High Rock. My order has long maintained good relations with theirs. Even when the other paladins of the council dismissed us as drunken fools, the Knights of the Rose stepped in and defended our name. Many events have transpired since we departed Solitude. Events I did not foresee, and I am unsure what to make of. The counsel of a fellow knight will help me shed light on the meaning of them. Perhaps then the road ahead will not seem so bleak. I hope it's not too much to ask. If wisdom is to be offered to our company, then I believe our leader should be there to hear it. He's taken to a life of solitude and tranquility, choosing to reside in one of the many abandoned caverns on the island. I'll mark the exact location of his abode on your map.
Sure.
Accept your fate! Oblivion calls out your name!
That's it?
My eyes fail me, or has Sir Roland, captain of the Thorn, paid me visit in my final hours? You haven't aged a day since we last parted.
I am indeed Sir Roland, my liege. But I fear you mistake me for my father, for I am not yet captain of my order.
I see. Such an easy mistake to make. You are as much like your father in demeanor as in stature.
Good to see you.
It is a strange fate that you should also find your way to this secluded wasteland. And stranger still that you would happen upon my hidden abode.
Our ship crashed here by accident, or so I believe. But I have sought out this cave hoping for the counsel of a fellow paladin. I am unsure if these events happened by chance, or the will of the divines.
Perhaps the gods have acknowledged my failing health, and guided you here so I may be laid to rest properly, in the fashion befitting my knighthood. But I fear that hope is folly. The divines know not of my plight or yours. They have forsaken this land.
Your body may be failing, but must your faith die with it? You cannot let the tricks and schemes of this unholy place shake your trust in the divines.
My faith in the Eight is unadulterated, Sir Roland. But they have no power here beyond what the Daedric Lord allows. His voice lingers in every nook and shadow, and his hand molds the very thoughts we attribute as our own. There is no shelter from his scrutiny.
You speak as one who has forgotten his oath.
I speak as one who has endured years of hellish torment, where prayers falter and faith cannot be depended on. You sought my counsel, Sir Roland, and this is it. Trust no power beyond your own reasoning. Oaths and other binding virtues will be twisted to serve Dagon's purpose if you hold them zealously.
What you suggest is heresy.
To some, yes, but it may save you a lifetime of misery. Your father would have heeded this advice were he here. He understood the dangers our oaths could pose if they were carried out fanatically in a land of Daedric trickery.
Speak ill of me what you must, but do not defile my father's legacy.
Strong words coming from one who barely knew him, but I will heed your request and speak no more of it.
You were right about one thing, Oathbreaker.
And that is?
You won't be getting a knight's burial. Let's get out of here. If the gods have permitted his death, then let him die alone.
Yes, my liege.
Be brief.
Go with the divines.
What? Oh, right. I must apologize, Dovahkiin. I had not expected a Knight of the Rose to have fallen so far from grace. I thought his counsel would illuminate the road ahead, not obscure it. I'm glad you see it that way. Let him serve as an example of what might come of us should we lose faith. Is there something you need? I cannot deny that the tale of Sir Aldous of the Rose has troubled me lately. It is a reminder that even the mightiest among us may lose their courage if they forsake their virtues. I don't know how long ago he lost his way, but I think it's safe to assume it's been some time since he deserved his knightly title, if the information I've gathered proves true. The wound he bears. The one which will soon claim his life. It was inflicted during a conflict with Naga bandits. A sub-race of Argonian. Tales of their criminal activities are widespread throughout the southeast region of Tamriel, even up to Cyrodiil. They have a formidable reputation as drug smugglers and caravan thieves. It's scum like them that a true knight would vanquish without pity. Alas, Sir Aldous sided with them, and earned his wound fighting against the innocent. Wealth, power, I know not. But where one knight fails, another should have the strength to rise, shying neither from danger nor malicious intent. With your permission, my liege, I would like to destroy these bandits and set the deed right. Rumor has it that 2 villagers were robbed and murdered by these bandits not 5 moons ago. A third managed to survive the attack. He resides on the eastern coast of the island. Speaking to him should set us on the right path. It is not a matter of haste, but the sooner we lend ourselves to investigate, the better.
Well, nothing lasts forever, I suppose.
Another night? Are you also in league with those savages? Have you come here to smite us in the name of greed and dominance?
No. I come to see that the misdeeds of my predecessor are countervailed with justice. That is all.
Your kindred spoke nobly at first, too. I hope you are truer and more valiant than he was. What might you need? That I am? They attacked us while we were laying on the beach. I managed to kill one of them, but... not before they murdered my wife and housecarl. Spared me? No. They saw me kill their ally and scattered like the cowards they are. Cruel bastards, the lot of them! I would have pursued them. But... I grieved for my wife, and I could not bear to leave her side. Their kind crashed a pirate ship onto the island generations ago. Their natural lust for power and wealth drove them into conflict with our ancestors, and for it, they were banished to a nearby islet. By attacking us, they have violated an age-old treaty. Their punishment could not be severe enough. Just off the coast, I'll mark the spot on your map. I carried the bodies of my wife and housecarl away for a proper burial, but I left that beast where it lay. Thank you, stranger. The soul of my wife pleads for vengeance.
If I know anything about these bandits, there'll be a lot of them. I will need time to pray, and ask the divines for strength before we distribute justice. I will. What is it? Anything specific, my liege? Most activities enjoyed by commoners are forbidden by my code. The ones that aren't, I avoid all the same. If an endeavor does not directly correlate with my duties as a knight, then I will have no part in it. Those who choose to walk the path of the Thorn are expected to give up several worldly pleasures. We cannot partake in drink, gambling, or courtship. These things distract us from our duties, and can compromise the virtues of even the noblest of knights. Nor can we pursue a romantic relationship of any kind. It is for the best. The protection of the innocent should remain a knight's highest priority. I understand the necessity of the rule. My personal opinions are of little relevance. I suppose I enjoy synchronized meditation well enough, when it can be afforded. It's a process where two or more individuals achieve Zen together, by feeding off and amplifying each other's energy. My order began it in the year 433 of the Third Era, just after our founding. Traditionally, a healing crystal is used to better consolidate the energy of each participant. However, it can be done without one if the need arises. Not since I left Cyrodiil. Without a second willing participant, the activity cannot be conducted. Perhaps another time.
Go with...
What do you want to talk about?
Did you say something? Until we speak again.
Something wrong? Of course.
Yes, brother? Always a pleasure.
Well met. I am ready to assault the lair of the bandits when you are, Dover. Aye. Onward, to glory and justice.
Someone there. Now ain't this nice?
So much easier to rob when you're dead.
Frail mortal! Struggling will not save you! Where'd that come from? Mount your head on my wall!
Let's make this quick.
Shatter, weakling!
That was only the beginning.
What are you waiting for? Are you prepared to die?
Stay alive!
Met their match.
Fine. It's too much fun.
You think you can bet?
Please have mercy. We meant no harm.
Your funeral.
You think you can bet?
You came here with weapons. That fire struck with you mainlanders generations ago. We had reason to believe you would attack. And look around. Were we wrong? No, that can't be right. We've had no involvement with the mainland for years. Whoever the attacker was, it wasn't us. You have to believe me.
Honor!
For death and glory!
Hey, look, halfwit!
You have questions?
Even as he cowers, he stumbles over his own lies. This trembling menace deserves no more than a swift end. On what cause? You know the violence his faction is guilty of. You mustn't allow this cheat to sway you from the path of justice.
Another head. This. Finally. It's over.
It feels just. How is this monster any different from the rest?
Silly. For kind.
That might be so.
Another
Are you sure?
to add to join my for kind and love.
Very well. I respect your decision.
Off with your. I honor my lord by destroying you.
Victory is ours once more.
Getting started.
Still here, my liege. Well enough, my liege. I didn't realize how much I missed the art of synchronized meditation until we last spoke. The events that have transpired since I departed Cyrodiil have been complex and mystifying. It would be nice to reflect upon them in a state of relaxation and tranquility. I wish it were that simple. The act of synchronized meditation cannot be achieved alone. Would you? I'll admit, I've only ever meditated with other members of my order before, but I can teach you how, if you're willing to learn. It would be wise to wait until we're back at the ship. The wilds are no place for tranquility. Any number of things could disturb our focus. These bandits have a history. I didn't believe a word that fell from his devious tongue. Divines be with you.
I've got your back.
You have a grim look. I would like to visit the scene of the murder, should time permit. I fear I may have acted too rashly, before enough evidence had been gathered. I asked the Divines for confirmation, but so far they have been silent. I was. All the signs of an average bandit raid were there. It's a case people like us have seen countless times. But I keep thinking about how unprepared the Naga were when we arrived, as though they did not expect violence. Maybe I'm peering too deeply into it, but a proper Knight of the Thorn would ensure the deed was just. I know what this would imply, but nothing is for certain yet. I simply wish to verify. Thank you, Dovahkiin. I look forward to putting these concerns to rest.
not curious of your intent, I would slit your throats right here, scum. Tell me, why have you come to the resting place of our kin? There's nothing here for the likes of you. This is our kin, and we will return his body to the sea. He was one of the sailors on our fishing boat. He went missing months ago, as many have before him. We thought the sea had grown angry with us and taken him to the eternal depths before his time. But what you land dwellers did to him is insufferable, shameful. No one deserves this. Not Naga, not land dweller, no one. Spare me your ignorance, land dweller. Our kind have been disappearing for months. Not once of your people cared. There's no misunderstanding. The survivor told us who raided our camp. We'll show no mercy to their killers.
Excellent. I need a good laugh.
No challenge at all.
As I feared then. The situation is more complex than we first believed. We talk with the man who set us on this path. Either he or the Naga are lying. I want to know the truth.
Have you dealt with the Naga menace yet? How is this relevant? Am I to be held accountable for the torture the Naga inflict on their own kind? I killed him because he murdered my wife in cold blood. I care not that he was underfed. On what authority do you accuse me of this? You've allowed those bandits to get inside your head, just as your predecessor did. If you don't believe me, we have nothing more to discuss.
State your business. By the divines. This man is sick. It also appears his wife and housecarl were having an affair, which would stand to explain his motivation, but there's no mention of a Naga bandit anywhere. Yes, my liege. No. It's a start, but I need to know for certain. I've already rushed headstrong into one conflict. I have no wish to repeat that mistake. Dovahkiin. By the gods. Speak your piece. I want to be the one to do it. To drive my blade through this monster's heart. He's disgraced the Thorn. Led a knight to carry out the murder of several innocents. I must be the one who sets the deed right. Your wife can finally be at peace.
You've done it then? She's been avenged.
She has. You have a grim look. What have we done? An entire village of innocents murdered by our hand. All over a lie. And yet I should have. All it would have taken was a little more investigation. I was so eager to perform good acts in the name of the Thorn that I didn't stop to consider that there might be more to the story. I am a disgrace to the same reputation I've worked so hard to build. Even the divines could not forgive this ignorance. I'm not sure how to proceed. I wish it were that simple. I've committed a great crime. Not just to the Naga, but also the Thorn, my father, and my knighthood. There is no path forward where retribution can be avoided.
It is an honor to see you again, my lord.
What is it?
Yes?
Yes, my liege. After much prayer and fasting, I've decided that the best way forward is to give myself up to those who remain of the Naga. I will confess my sins, suffer whatever punishment they deem adequate. It is the only way. What would you suggest? That I brush aside my sins as if they carry no weight at all? There is no honor in this. I cannot deny that avoiding myself from responsibility feels wrong. But maybe you have a point. As long as I live, the inclination to do right lives with me. I'm still conflicted, but I thank you for your counsel. It falls not on deaf ears. I will pray upon it. How do you mean? That would hardly justify the massacre we committed. Alas, I believe you speak wisdom. Even if the Naga do not pardon me, at least my final act could restore a fraction of my honor. But perhaps I speak too quickly, for we know not where the missing Naga are. Aye, then let us be off to his hideout.
I'll flay you alive!
We, fatal kind! Bleed, frail mortal!
This ends now!
No challenge at all! I was just getting started.
Wait! I yield! I'm not saying anything until you promise to spare my life. The knight wanted to put an end to our operation, free the laborers, and lead them on a revolt against their masters. The boss ordered him silenced. The seashell prospectors. We have a grove on the northern side of the island, where our workers die for the goods. They were kidnapped and enslaved by the boss. We needed them for their swimming aptitude and their ability to breathe underwater. It was just business. I'm free to go then.
Right. I'll just be off then.
Hold for a moment, brigand.
Out of my way, Paladin! I was permitted to vacate!
I made no such promise.
Get over here!
Everything's clear! Something you need? I'll meet you there. But first I must see to Sir Aldous. I was wrong about him. I understand now that he deserves a knight's funeral. Perhaps even more so than I do.
Why does it have to end so soon?
Never God!
You should have come here, we know.
Open wide!
All quiet.
God!
Get over here! Yes! Let the crowd drip red! Nothing else. To be so kind as to waste them, so I can kill them again.
Good. You made it. Let us finish this once and for all. It was an honorable duel.
Just getting started.
Someone there. Did you hear something?
You're already dead. Another foe returned to dust.
You're a dead man!
Area secure.
This is where the fun is.
More where that came from. We're on the same side.
just a scratch!
You're almost dead.
Just a little.
Tidings. Tidings.
State your business.
Safe travels. You have questions? Safe travels. You have questions? Land dweller? Safe travels.
Dovahkiin.
Land dweller?
Oh, right.
Land dweller? Safe travels.
I suppose just one thing remains. I must show myself to the Naga, and ask that they judge me fairly. From there, my life is out of my hands. No, there is a strong chance that they will sentence me to death. I won't drag you down with me. Give my best to the others. I wish you all safe travels home. And divines be with you, Dovahkiin.
There's something ahead? Alright, what have you got?
I've got your back.
How goes it?
Speak your piece. As am I. When we parted, I thought for certain it was for the last time. I'm glad that is not the case. I confessed my sins and sought either forgiveness or punishment. But the Naga offered neither. They took a stance of impartiality, recognizing my crimes, but also my attempts to reconcile. I am still not sure if I deserve such meek judgment. But if they are satisfied with the results, then I suppose I am as well. It will be an honor. I looked forward to it. I see. I'm glad that's sorted. What separates this from a standard meditation session is our connection. We will be able to harness each other's energy and use it to achieve divine ataraxia. First, you will need to clear your mind of all debris. Release the agency of your thoughts. Let your mind wander wherever it chooses to. That's it. Well, what did you think? I am pleased to hear that it was a positive ordeal. Of course, simply taking the oath does not make you immune to temptation. I am but a man, and men are easily corrupted. Fortunately, I can rely on my fellow knights to pick me up when I falter. There is only one doctrine that I take issue with, the one that forbids courtship. Alas, it is not my place to question the code. These rules exist for a reason. Whether I agree with them or not is irrelevant. We are encouraged to love. We love the sword for what it protects, the innocent for their purity, and our fellow knights for the brotherhood we share. Mara is one of the divines, after all. It matters not what I think, only what the code dictates. The path of a knight is not an easy one, but few things in life that have meaning are facile. Of course, my liege. I remember where we left off. I looked forward to it. I see. I'm glad that's sorted. Dovahkiin.
Sure.
Yeah?
Good morning. I had a thought this morning. A twist that the story desperately needs. There is no cure on the island. Well, I'm thinking maybe the knight from the beginning sent our princess on a fool's errand so that he could claim the throne without complication. All he'd need to do is overthrow the Mad King and disperse of the princess's sickly sister. There would be no one to stop him. A fair amount, but that's hardly unexpected. Any writer worth their craft plans for these sort of hiccups along the way. The first draft should be unrecognizable from the last, after all. It's just, now that I'm reevaluating from the top down, I'm starting to question the final chapter. I'm stuck on the ending, and more importantly, I'm no longer sure if it would be happy. I'm starting to see that. I just imagined a happy ending for the princess's journey. Something that, when my sister reads it, she'll be inspired to leave her parents and take part in an adventure of her own. But now, I don't know if that's the best. There's a very real possibility that we won't make it home. And if by some miracle a handful of us pull that off, I don't think we'll be better for it. The book is meant to mirror my own experience, and, well, it doesn't look like a happily ever after will be in a chapter in the story of Tio Alto. Yeah, I suppose not. Sometimes, I wish life played out like a novel. That by the end, we'd all learn something about ourselves and life would go back to a better version of the way it was. But I guess that's why we have fiction, right? To distract us from the bitterness of reality. Listen, I'm sorry for getting off topic. I just have a lot to think about, I guess.
Need something? Farewell.
Did you say something?
Yeah?